just waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, the new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
New York set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Chamberlain, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Here goes Sutton. 49. And 80. No game on this defense, no game. 40.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish it off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
49. Ladies, all day, every day, any day. 49. 49's a mark. 49's a mark.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Mike, 45. You can't block me. You can't block me.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
On 2nd down, Freeman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got Snead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. On 1st down, Freeman. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He's got Burton here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Gets it off to Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly...
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll they'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
They've got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll run here with Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
It's complete to Snead. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
58 to Mike. Double dog.
Now Darnold taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, this one into the hands of Burton. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Allen again. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch left.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Snead's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Allen to throw once more. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And again, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Got you. I got you, son. I got you.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
Come get some.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, high 7.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Jones has it. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 31. Ready.
Darnold from the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will put them on top here in the third. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick-6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. That's caught by Trotwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
52's the mic. Switch. New mic, 52.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
Allen now on first down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Brings up second and a yard at the 38-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Push him back. Ready? Shift. Right there. Quick. Ready? Kill. 49. Check 49. Ready?
They'll try to run it in with Bell. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use a good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get him on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Red 80. Switch. Red 80. Alert 3.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Mike 53. I don't think you got it, son.
They'll try to run this one in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets will extend their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Last drive. Punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st down, Allen. It's complete to Snead. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed. Locked, reinforced.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. He finds Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Allen. He completes it to Treadwell. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Allen to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation you cut.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Bills cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. New York set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And Darnold wants to throw the football. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now it's Darnold. Completes it to Samuel. And they can't bring him down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a